Welcome, and we are so glad to have you join us on the 3F Wellness Collective. Hey,
Yes,
and I'm Danny Joy Contreras, and this is my co-coach and co-founder, Heather Bay. Hey,
yes. Hi there.
we're
Hi, Danny.
Yes, we are so excited to be together tonight to share with you all about our new 12-week wellness program. It is coming
Yes,
up, and we're just really excited about it. So many of us struggle with our eating habits. So many of us struggle with our energy. So we wanted to talk about how you can double your energy and have the benefit of toning up and losing inches at the same time. So we have a
Mhm.
combined um, experience of over 30 years of teaching and ministry leadership. Heather, what is something
Yes.
that you have really brought to the table here in our in this program?
Oh my, hi Danny. Thank you so much. I'm just so excited to be here with you tonight and thankful for all that the Lord is doing here. And you're right, we both have been in ministry and teaching for a long time, but I think you and I have both been on an amazing journey these last few years, especially, and just having the Lord really bring to my heart not only the ability to get my weight under control, but really to heal my heart. As I began, my health journey, I've been on a health journey, of course, my whole life. This is kind of, something we'll always be on our whole life, just learning how to eat healthy and be strong. Before it was more like so diet driven. But I came to the point in my life where I just prayed, Lord, that the Lord would just help me to figure out something like that I would heal from the inside out. And that I wouldn't always, turn to food. When I was upset, I was just a terrible emotional eater and kind of, addicted to sugar and food and just, really found, just got it myself in a really bad cycle. And so the Lord was able to break that off of me, and really teach me how to live in true biblical freedom. And so I love teaching that to women. And how about you, Danny? What has the Lord really done in your life, these last few years and inspired you to be able to help other women?
Yeah, so what really motivated us to start the Wellness Collective, we've been teaching the 3Fs for quite some time, faith, fitness, and
Yes.
freedom for quite some time. And but even back in Spain, over almost 20 years ago, I started my own journey and health. And it's been, sometimes we do this yo-yo diet thing and food addiction. And I was really striving to have, and I didn't realize, but striving to have full, total freedom and total food freedom and freedom to live and to have abundant life in Jesus. And we say that we are believers, but there's so much that holds us down. And we feel oftentimes that we're living broken. And I just was like, I got into a point where I felt broken. And I'm like, there's got to be an answer. There's got to be something better.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were, so this is the 12-week freedom wellness method has been born out of, our journey, but also in out of Isaiah 61. And so there's a passage that has just been just so strong in our lives, and God has used it now to be a foundation for us for this 12-week method. He has sent me to
Mhm.
heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim freedom to the captives. And we have so oftentimes we feel brokenhearted,
Mm,
but we don't have to. Jesus gives us victory. If you believe in Jesus and you call on his
mm,
name and you repent and you ask him to come into your life, we
mm,
don't have to live defeated. We don't have to live under those chains any longer. You can call on his name and you can receive freedom from that. And that is what is so beautiful about that. But so often we live with things and we don't realize that it's dragging us down, right? We don't realize that it's made us stuck. And that's similar to if you've ever heard of the Stockholm syndrome. Have you ever heard of that, Heather?
I'm not sure. Tell me about it.
So the Stockholm syndrome is that in over in Stockholm there was a bank heist, and
Okay.
they held hostage many of the people in the bank at that time. And
Okay.
the robber who was holding them hostage was really like intent on just he talked with the people, he spent time with the people. I don't know all the details, but eventually the the people became very accustomed or very like loved the robber. They didn't want the robber to be punished.
Oh,
And so when the police
wow.
came to
Hmm.
release the hostages said, no, no, don't let the robber go. We don't want him to be punished. And so, so often
Wow.
we are like that in our life.
Oh,
We're
wow.
hanging on to those things
Mhm.
and we don't realize that they're bad in our life. And they're keeping us from having energy,
Mhm.
keeping us from having strength in our life, and they're keeping us from true freedom. And we want
Mhm.
to work through these things. And we're really praying that our 6 pillars that are going to talk about will allow
Mhm.
us in those 12
Mhm.
weeks and allow you to have true freedom. So that is our goal
Mhm.
with our Freedom Wellness
Mhm.
Program.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
Wow.
yeah, and so Heather,
I'm so excited. I'm so excited, Danny. And
and
I
so,
think, it's really cool because I think people all the time pray like, Lord, like nobody wants to be stuck where they are. And so many people pray like for help, like, Lord, help me not to be, right, an emotional eater, help me not to be stressed, help me not to be depressed, help me not to have anxiety. We all pray for help for these things, which is, a good prayer, of course. And yet there's like a missing link as to actually how to get to freedom. And so that's a lot of the principles that we, will teach here in this 12-week classes, how to actually break free, how to actually become free of those things that have held you captive, how to allow the Lord to come in and actually heal your heart, and bring freedom to you. So I am super excited, girl,
so
about what's happening here.
yes, and so what some of those things we're also going to give you tools to use
Mhm.
to allow you to be able to break free even more. So yes, we have salvation, and that is what is in Jesus Christ. But we need to be
Yep.
sanctified. We need to grow. We need to get disciplines in our life so that we can be healthy and strong, and then so that we can take care of others. So, Heather,
Yeah.
what is one area that you have found healing and freedom in recently and through our journey?
Um, well, I would say one key component here, and I'm trying to get our page to go to the next page here. There we go. One thing that has really helped me on this journey is actually figuring out like how much food to eat. And I remember just thinking, like, can somebody just tell me how to eat healthy? Like, I was so sick and tired of dieting, because you go through these like extreme dieting where like I'm hardly eating anything Diet culture just tells us, eat as little food as possible to get to the lowest number on the scale. And I would do that for as long as I could until I had no energy, no strength, no willpower, nothing left. And then, of course, then I would just start eating and begin to binge. And then you just eat and eat and eat until you can't stop, until you're about to bust. And it was just such an unhealthy way to live. And so, part of my journey has really been figuring out that food is fuel. God made food. And when you eat the right kinds of food, and properly fuel your body, that you actually gain strength, you gain energy, you begin to feel better, and you're not just like trying to get to the number on a scale, you're actually trying to be healthy and strong. And so a big part of that is really like, focusing on protein, making sure you get enough protein, good healthy carbs, healthy fats, all of that. And so that's a big part of what we'll be teaching, right, in our program. And
Yeah.
you have anything to add to that, Danny?
Yeah, I was just gonna say so that we're not having to buy product to
Yeah.
stay on this diet. So many things are selling, pills and gimmicks and all these things. But if you learn to fuel your body in this way that Heather is saying, you won't have to
Hmm.
buy those products. And so that is one of our goals as well. So through this program. And then also,
Mhm.
um, yeah, so that's one. So that will in 2 weeks, you will feel the difference. You will start having
Yeah,
energy. You will start
yeah.
glowing. Your face will actually change,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
Yeah. I mean, you look at my driver's license here. This is on the left is 5 years earlier and then 5 years after learning how to finally fuel my body properly. I feel like I look 10 years younger and there's only a 5 year difference between the two. And so I almost cried when I actually saw those pictures just to realize how much, God had really done in my life. And, being able to see that with my different clients too. You and I both have clients whose lives have been impacted, by the program that we're sharing today. And so it's neat to see when lives are just touched and transformed by that.
so
So
wonderful.
what's been one of the biggest milestones for you, like one of the biggest things that you've learned kind of in the process that you want to share with the ladies tonight?
So yeah, so another one of our pillars is strength. And it's so often we get so bogged down with the fact that we need to do cardio or we need to work out more, eat less and work out more, right? And so what was key for me and for toning and changing my body composition was learning that I didn't have to beat my body up. I didn't have to punish myself for what I
Mhm.
ate.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so to say, oh, I
that's good.
ate this, so now I've got to do X, Y, and Z. So
Yeah, yeah.
stayed on a program that was that's paired with our nutrition, and we only work out
Mhm.
what 30 minutes a day. And then in my mind, I just think movement to constantly think, okay, we're gonna keep moving my body so that I have
Yeah.
mobility and then that I can tone
Mhm.
and have longevity. So we've learned that muscle
Yeah.
is the key to longevity and also
Right. Right.
and mobility. So
Hmm.
these are some
Yeah,
of the
for
things
sure.
that we're going to be teaching as to how to pair your workouts with your nutrition. And then so something that I learned as well is if I can't lift heavy right away, it's okay. Like in the beginning, you see here, I was in Israel actually in these pictures. I didn't have any weights. And so I started lifting with um, boards. I think I had some
And
twigs.
some tree branches.
I was like, whenever I could start moving my upper body,
Yeah.
I just did what
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could and followed the
Hmm.
plan. And really within 4 weeks, my husband was seeing the difference. So we know that with 12 weeks, this is a difference in 26 weeks. I just kept at it and kept on. But so I
Hmm.
know, and we know that we
Mm.
need the muscle because we're losing muscle. After 40, you start losing a pound of muscle. What is it? I forget how often, but you start losing
Mm.
muscle a lot in
Mm.
perimenopause. And so these are two
Yes.
of the keys that we're going to hit on. Um, we
Mm.
want you to be able to um, book a phone call with us, and we'll do a mini assessment. So if you join us after this call and after you see this video, you can book a free health assessment call. We'll put the link with this, all right? And then with Heather
Mhm.
or myself. And then
Yeah.
because you've watched this, you will have the opportunity to get a journal that we have made, a little journal with from Isaiah 61, which is our base verses for our method, Wellness Method. And then also you will receive up to $200 bonuses. And then if you refer someone, you will also get more bonuses. So we are so excited
Mhm.
to share this program with you. There you see the 6 pillars that we will be covering throughout the 12 weeks. And so Heather and I both
Mhm.
are just so burdened to
Mhm.
help women to get unstuck and to regain energy. The result is what you saw. The result is that we will lose weight, we will tone up, we will feel stronger.
Yeah.
And so
Mhm.
our prayer
Mhm.
is that you would join us today and book a call with us. And we're just so excited to be here with you today. So thank you,
Yes,
Heather.
yes, thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching tonight. And we look forward to speaking with you and just really helping you to find freedom in the Lord in every area of your life, body, soul, and spirit.